Hoarding food for doomsday preppers with a long shelf life is crucial because you never know when a disaster might occur and how long it will take for the community to recover. One of the first things people think of when they hear the word prepping is the massive storage of food. Television shows like Survivor and American Horror Story have brought this way of life to the fore. What do you need when you store food items, how will you be able to afford them, and what is the best way to store them are always the big question we are left to figure out. When storing food in an emergency, it is important to think about how much food you need and how you will protect your food. Anything you can do will always make the list, especially canned food. But what kind of food can you keep in a storage container with the right amount of storage space? Dried beans, white rice and pasta are easy to prepare and can last up to 10 years, so you can save money and still have a long lifespan. You can be sure that, faced with an SHTF scenario, you will have enough to eat, as long as you plan. We have already compiled some of the best food storage tips for the most common food emergencies such as hurricanes, tornadoes, floods, or earthquakes. The following are tips you might want to follow to extend the shelf life of your food. Following these simple common sense practices can mean that your food lasts longer than would normally be the case in an emergency. A great way to ensure that food is sealed and does not develop mold over time is to use a Mylar storage bag with an oxygen absorber. Mylar bags are great because they are crucial for long-term food storage, limiting the factors that affect foods, such as temperature and humidity, while also limiting the risk of annoying rodents. You will undoubtedly find that most doomsday preppers use Mylar bags just to enhance the protection of their foods. However, these bags can also be used for a variety of other purposes, such as an oxygen absorber. The following will guide you on the best foods and emergency supplies you can buy at the grocery store. Comfort food can be something you need to keep in mind when you start storing food, especially in stressful survival situations. A pantry should also have food supplies for emergencies that can be seized in a hopeless situation, or if you are overrun by people desperate for supplies, or if you have to leave due to a disaster or other threat. While some more intensive taxidermists claim to keep supplies of a year or more, the CDC recommends keeping food worth about 2 weeks for the family. No matter what amount of food you choose to store, remember that each person in a family needs 2,500 calories a day, depending on the level of stress and extra effort. For longer storage, a medium-sized storage tank could be filled with food. Many people who plan to store food for the long term in the event of a disaster or other events simply fill their basements with dried food. This is also one of the primary challenges that everyone faces when starting off prepping. You definitely won't want to live on beans and rice for 6 months at a time. If you are considering or planning a long-term food storage system, start with foods that are simple, cheap, and that can last long. You can always find relevant information on the food wrappers or ask the store attendant for help.